not ritual, you are what you eat. It's a phrase that we've all heard before, but how many of us truly abide by it or have even given serious consideration to its validity? If we eat animal flesh, then we become animalistic in our actions. If we eat poison foods, then our thought process becomes poison. It's just that simple. And this law is not just restricted to the physical. If you're mentally eating sex, violence, and destructive behavior, it will most certainly manifest through your physical actions. So if all you're seeing on BET is sex, violence, and drugs, and that's what you're mentally intaking, you will then act out, those kind of actions. Excuse me. What the eyes eats feeds the mind. Just as a car needs fuel to run, we too need fuel to operate. Yet the type of fuel that we put in our bodies will determine if we are operating sluggishly or at peak performance. The number one weapon the Matrix used to control us is food. He who controls the food controls the people. Niggas ain't eating, there's gonna be some problems. And that's food for thought. Any kind of food niggas ain't eating, there's gonna be some problems, of course. It has served as the perfect conducive to feed us artificial information that we have accepted as our reality. Even if the fruits and vegetables that grow from the earth have been laced with animal DNA and other toxins that make it difficult to receive the necessary information that would enable us to escape the illusion that is the Matrix. Everything that we eat is polluted. In the beginning stages of programming, the Matrix doesn't want to deprive you of food, but to make sure that you overindulge in it. And all the wrong types of food at that. Over a course of time, this makes eating more habitual than essential. All right? Once you develop a habit for food, you become dependent on it. Thus, it begins to master you and you become a slave to it. Once you become a slave to food, the Matrix can then move to phase 2, which is to deprive you of it. We are then at the total mercy of the Matrix. We are in a constant state of devolution when it comes to what we call food. In our highest state of being, we were Solarians. We live off the solar energy and shit. We didn't even need meals and shit. The sun came out, we ate. You know what I mean? All right, then we became liquidarians. You know what I'm saying? Just dealing with liquids, fruitarians, vegetarians, and then, straight up fucking meat eaters. That's what we are now. We just straight up fucking, we just eat anything that moves and shit. At our lowest point, the Matrix has seized the opportunity to set up shop. This has hindered our ability to reascend. We are in an information lockdown, as Brother Phil would say. The food we eat today has no informative value. The answers we seek, food can no longer provide. The creator of the universe is trying to talk to you. He is trying to provide you with the keys needed to unlock the mystery to the Matrix. All right? Yet the calls are going unheard because the channels have been switched. By genetically altering the food, we will only receive messages transmitted by the Matrix, cleverly disguised as the creator. We then process this information as it is authentic. Once it seeps into our DNA, it's a wrap. At that point, every thought that we have ever generated is by the Matrix. This eventually becomes our food for thought. In order to accelerate our exodus from the Matrix, we must begin to take spiritual, mental, and physical fasts, cleansing our bodies in all levels that will help us shed the unwanted pounds of the illusion that the Matrix has burdened us with. It is only then that we can be able to see clearly, think clearly, and tune back into the frequency of the Creator.